All right, I told everybody I was going to do a video regarding some recent changes to the freedom of privacy. So we're going to go right to Congress. I would share my screen, but it's not letting me today. For some reason, let me try one more time. Nope, not letting me. All right, so I'm gonna go to the Congress website at congress.gov, and what we're gonna look up is H.R. 2513, 116th Congress, 2019 to 2020, and this is the committees involved is the House of Financial Services, the Senate under Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs. So this initial committee meeting was held on June 11th, 2019 at 2 p.m. And this is regarding the Corporate Transparency Act. So that's what it's called. So this bill requires that certain new and existing small corporations and limited liability companies to disclose information about their beneficial owners. A beneficial owner is an individual who, one, exercises substantial control over a corporation or limited liability company. Number two, one who owns 25% or more of the interest in a corporation or limited liability company. Or three, receives substantial economic benefits from the assets of a corporation or limited liability company. Specifically, if certain entities apply to form a corporation or limited liability company, they must file beneficial ownership information with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. That's FINCEN, the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. I'm gonna repeat that again. Certain entities that apply to form a corporation or a limited liability company must file beneficial ownership information with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. Now, ask me what does the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network have to do with anything, and why would people be subject or obligated to contracting with this organization? Furthermore, certain existing corporations and limited liability companies must file this information with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network 2 years after the implication of final regulations up under this bill. The bill imposes a civil penalty and authorizes criminal penalties, a fine, a prison term up to 3 years, or both, for providing false or fraudulent beneficial information, or for willingly failing to provide complete or updated beneficial ownership information. So they're forcing you to update your information within these corporations. Now, they say the Government Accountability Office must study and report on one, availability of beneficial ownership information for other legal entities, such as partnerships, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, so let's look up this network real quick. Let's see who on there. Gomez, what's up? Class in session, most definitely. What's the word? What's the word? Peace to the God family. Peace to the God family. What up, God, bro? But to pay attention to something that's, so I think you better trust up. You definitely better trust up. Nah, this is this is this is already in effect, and we can prove that's been proven through the whole. If you guys been paying attention, for those that's been engaged into the SBA loans. Did y'all forget? Did y'all forget when the lady from the SBA organization, where she got penalized for limiting funds to small businesses, and that since they gave all this money to these big corporations, or prioritized the money for the bigger corporations, they got penalized for that. So that's when they start opening up the doors, and they constantly open up the doors over and over again for these SBA loans, with all different types of funding options for small businesses. So they specifically said that organizations that received over X amount of dollars would be revealed to the public. They'll reveal the names and the funding amount. That's up under the Corporate Transparency Act. That's why they're able to reveal or to pull the skirts up from these individual beneficial owners of these particular organizations that receive that capital, is because of the Transparency Act. So that shit is in effect. So exactly what you said, it's definitely time to trust up. It's definitely time to trust up. Which is why we're supposed to own nothing, control everything, right? This goes back to that. Privacy is everything. Without privacy, you can't have asset protection. It's impossible. They go hand in hand. Let me see here. So the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network is actually a part of the U.S. Treasury. And they're the department of the Treasury that collects and analyzes information about financial transactions in order to combat domestic and international money laundering, terrorism, of financing, and other financial crimes. All right, so you guys can check this out. They're also tied to LexisNexis and other data receiving companies. So I'm gonna let you guys dig into that. I just want to put the word out. Now, am I gonna is this bad news do I look at this as being bad news? Personally, not at all. This is nothing but validation. It's more of good news. It's more of good news for me personally. But it's information I think you guys should know and understand. Normally, I would give you guys my personal plans and strategies behind this, but I'm not. You guys are gonna have to pay attention. But I would definitely keep this in mind. Yep, it doesn't matter. They say for all newly formed businesses and businesses already established. They're interfering with the feed. That's messed up. But I just want to throw that out there. So I'll put the information in the description. Again, that's HR H.R.2513, the Corporate Transparency Act of 2019. Do your homework on that, and also the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. And I will be, we are implementing strategies and additional tactics to protect us against these privacy avoiders. But I can't release that information because that's classified information. So stay tuned. Peace.